Hi everybody, Zach Swax, and welcome back to another episode reaction of the Apothecary Diaries. We are moving on to episode 3 and going on from there today, and I'm super excited to continue on with the story and see what happens and see events unfold. After 2 episodes, I'm already pretty hooked on these characters and on the story. I don't really know anything about this time period. This is like 15th century China, where women are viewed as property and sold off, and we saw it firsthand. Maomao, the main character who basically got abducted in the early beginnings of the episode and found herself now working for the palace. And she secretly started to help people get better. She helped these 2 infant babies, and one of the concubines took the advice and the baby got better, and the other one didn't, and sadly that baby died. So we have this character named Jinshi who basically discovered it was Maomao who's doing this medicine to help the baby, and he ended up taking her to make her this lady-in-waiting for the pink-haired girl. I'm trying to learn names. I'm trying to learn more about this, guys, as everything unfolds. So please take what I say with a grain of salt, but it's a definitely different lifestyle than what we're all used to, I'm sure. And I'm just very excited for it to all unfold and see what happens. I kind of predict so far that Maomao is going to find herself slowly growing up the ranks. So like, she has a talent for sure, you can say that much, and I feel like more people are going to discover that talent. She's very useful to create medicines and lend aid, and they're going to utilize her for that purpose. Will she ever want to go back to her father and the family that she was forced to leave behind? Like, that's a question I kind of have going into the show as well. So we're going to find out together, guys, as we move forward with new episodes. So thank you so much for joining me as always. It means a lot that you're here, and if you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more reactions coming soon. We do have a Patreon as well where you can help support this channel, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below, and thank you to those of you that have already done so. On Patreon, you can view this episode reaction for just $1 a month. It's unedited and unfiltered. It means a lot if you consider, so please do if you can. And here we go with episode 3 of the Apothecary Diaries. Let's go. Right into these awesome credits, man. I'm already hooked to this song. It's really catchy. But now that I have a little bit of a baseline understanding of what the story is about, let's try to analyze what we can see here. I did guess correctly, these flowers, like the herbs, is basically where she gets most of her ingredients for the medicine she creates. So I feel like that's why that's getting featured. Yeah, really catchy song. Oh, you see it? Okay, so I was thinking this was like a mother or a sister or something, but like it's Maomao. It's 2 sides of the same character. And that tells me that, you know, she's going to be changing. Maybe she's going to be changing who she is as a character or individual. And like, her hair comes out, she lets loose, she's in this makeup and this pretty dress and like all that stuff. And like, she's just thrown into this whole new world that she doesn't really understand and relate to. But she's making the most of it, is kind of the impression I get. I'm really excited to see her like in these outfits and get to that level at some point. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, guys. And I still, like I said, I'm wondering, like right there, like another version of herself is embracing her own person, you know, and like, will she want to go back to who she was? Will she want to leave all this behind if she gets the opportunity? That is a question I have. So all right, let's find out, guys. Episode 3.
As a reward?
Let's go.
I understand. Lady Fuyo, please wait!
Oh yeah, we had this like spirit ghost type character dancing on the rooftops at the end of the last episode. Oh my god, that's kind of terrifying.
The new lady-in-waiting is so talented. Hey, you're sure you don't need anything? Are you eating? That's my job.
You know, you always wonder, like, with situations like this, when there's a group of people all kind of doing the same job, like, is there like rivalry between them? Like, I don't think so. I get the impression that they are all really looking out for each other. They all genuinely care about each other. You know, during the day-to-day jobs and aspects that they have to do. So they're gonna embrace Maomao, I think, and just let her right into their wings, you know, and teach her the ways.
A few weeks ago. Those who've seen her say a ghostly lady dressed all in white appears and dances under the moon. Also, she's been seen every night on the eastern wall. The only way you can enter is through one of the 4 gates located at each cardinal direction. But there are always guards posted at them. Sneaking in or out is impossible.
So it's got to be somebody
I've heard
within the walls?
stories about what's at the bottom of those waters.
Oh my god.
Apparently the corpses of past concubines who tried fleeing call it home. In short, just your typical ghost story. What should I do if I see the spirit for
It's a real
Try
ghost.
waking up because you're dreaming.
We're going to have to figure this out.
Hard to believe not long ago he didn't want me anywhere near this place. But as soon as he found out I know how to make my own medicine, he started acting more cordial. These days, he shares ingredients with me. Even
This
makes
guy's
tea.
the current palace
Should he
medicine
really be
man,
so laid back?
and I feel like he's gonna get upstaged. He's already kind of been upstaged, but I feel like her talent
Go on.
is just gonna
You prefer
shine
salty over
so
sweet,
much
right?
brighter than
If
this
you're
guy.
feeling
Anything this guy
generous,
can
may
do.
I? Oh, right away. Hard at work? Good girl.
I don't deserve such lavish praise. Does he really have nothing better to do? Eunuchs ought to be at the domestic service department. Instead,
Who shared
he
with me on my
wanders around the
Patreon
entire
that
rear palace
Maomao
like
is
he's
basically
overseeing
like
the
a
inner
human
court.
cat, which is very amusing
that's the
because
case,
there's
he must
shots
outrank the
where
matron of the
you see
serving
cat
women.
ears and a tail, and we
I'd
just
say
saw it
he
a
could be
minute
the
ago.
Emperor's guardian,
It's really
but
fun
just look at
just to
him.
kind of
No one
notice
this
that
young
stuff.
would have that job. I get it. He must be the Emperor's favorite. Why did you really come here?
Have you heard anything about this spirit?
Only a few rumors.
And how much do you know about sleepwalking?
Oh, maybe it's a condition.
Sleepwalking?
Seems
If
like
it's
I
not
got
a
your
ghost,
attention.
maybe it's just somebody sleepwalking.
How would you treat it?
I don't know.
A shame, truly. But if something were to come to mind,
He sticks to you like a sparkly leech! I'll see
This
what
guy
I can
means
do.
well, but he's very strange. Jinshi is his name. He's a eunuch. We know that much, and he's like an
This
advisor
guy
to the
doesn't come
emperor
off
or
as your
something like
typical
that.
eunuch.
Basically, just the guy
Lady
trying to make
Maomao.
sure everything's
You don't
getting
have to call
done.
me that.
Um,
I'm pretty certain you outrank
and he
me by a
means well. He's
significant
one of the
margin.
nice ones, I guess, out there.
Then.
So is this
Maomao?
guy. He seems pretty cool.
Little Mao? That's a sharp turn.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
A moonlit cotton rose.
Interesting coincidence. Her name happens to be Fuyo. She's a mid-ranking concubine, soon to be rewarded to a military officer.
Did she start sleepwalking over the shock of being used as a prize? They do say illness is a result of an unbalanced mind. No, further information is needed.
I just hope her condition begins to improve. Being a princess from a small vassal state, I'm certain she doesn't want to go back there.
What was that?
Oh yes. You don't know?
I feel sorry for concubines.
That's a clue.
Me too.
Not sure what it means yet,
Shudder at the thought of being
but that's
turned into
important.
some military officer as a
Mao
trophy.
Mao is mulling it over.
Compared to how she looked dancing on the wall, it's like she's a different person during the day.
Indeed. I was just as surprised the first time I saw her in this state.
The Fuyo flower, her namesake. In the morning, it blooms revealing white petals. However, once evening falls, its color changes and takes on
Okay.
a deep pink hue.
That's interesting.
Most strange. A flower that can alter its appearance over the course of a day.
The spirit story? Yeah. Do you happen to know any more about it? It's got me curious.
I heard she first appeared on the north side of the rear palace.
Huh? The north side?
Xiaolan, fetch the
She
laundry.
moved from there to the east?
Gotta go.
That's odd.
Oh yes. You don't know?
I figured. So that's who she really is. Dad said never base conclusions on pure speculation, but what other answer is there? It's called sleepwalking, or somnambulance. They say it's caused by stress. The patient moves about in their sleep as if they're awake. A while ago at the brothels, I saw a courtesan with the same illness. She was a cheerful person and skilled at poetry. She even received a purchase offer. It ended up being rescinded. Soon after, she started roaming the brothel at night, as if possessed by a demonic spirit. The next morning, she had no recollection of the previous night's events.
Go on. Then what happened?
Nothing. When the purchase offer was rescinded, the sleepwalking came to an abrupt end.
I see. Could it be that the courtesan didn't want to be sold?
I was going to say, maybe she did it on purpose.
It's possible. A wealthy merchant made the proposition. But he had a wife and children, not to mention grandchildren.
I think sleepwalking is an easy out
Perhaps
to avoid a
concubine
creepy
Fuyo
old
and
man.
her are alike.
Is that really what's going on?
I think so.
Are you sure?
What does he know, man?
Hold it in.
He's like
Remain strong.
pushing the envelope a little more.
I'll return to my work. From that day on, concubine Fuyo was forbidden from leaving her room. Until the day of her bestowal, eunuchs were placed to watch her. I hope this ends well.
I can tell. Something must be wrong. Concubine Fuyo is leaving today. Do I have that right?
So I've heard.
Like, I get the impression that she's like spilling the beans on this secret. Like, this girl's probably intentionally sleepwalking to avoid the situation she's in. And Maomao's kind of like saying, hey, it's sleepwalking, and like kind of spoiling it and not allowing her to really do
Speak.
it.
You should know by now.
And now she's going to be stuck to be forced into the situation she was trying to avoid.
I swear I won't get upset.
Maybe they're going to realize
After
and
all,
try
I
to
asked
undo it.
you.
I don't know. That would be cool.
This is nothing more than conjecture, so if you wouldn't mind keeping it just between us two. Do you remember the story of the courtesan I told you about earlier? So there was another with the same affliction. Like before, the negotiations for her fell through. And a little while later, this courtesan received another purchase offer from someone else. However, she was considered to be ill. Since she was seen as less valuable, her price was halved. Turns out, the entire affair was a ruse.
How so?
Predictably, the second man who made the offer to buy her happened to be an acquaintance of the first. The woman had pretended to be sick in order to nullify the initial purchase. Later, the one she wanted showed up, and he bid for her at half the price.
She and concubine Fuyo, they both had similar intentions?
The military officer she's being given to. Apparently the two of them were childhood friends and grew up in the same land.
This is fun just to kind of see this all unfold. You know, it's like a whole like new line of detective work that you never really thought to think about how to solve a mystery like this. You know, it's kind of fun.
He was adamant about receiving concubine Fuyo. He must have fantasized about being with her. But he's an officer, and could never propose marriage to a princess.
As fate would have it, she was later sent to live in the rear palace.
The princess also had feelings for her childhood friend. That's probably the reason she failed at her dance. He never touched her, and she managed to keep her purity intact.
Okay. Smart.
That said, the emperor
You
could
do
have
what
still
you gotta
shown
do
interest,
to
which would have
get your
delayed her
desired
reunion
outcome, I
with the
guess, you know?
officer.
And so she feigned her somnambulism.
Just hug it out. See that embrace. Oh, we got to bow first. I'm sorry. Forgot the times. We don't do those things. We don't do those spontaneous things here.
Would I sound like a truly awful person if I said I envy concubine Fuyo?
Divulging what she truly knew to the Kyoko, I think her name is, the pink-haired girl. Like,
She was so beautiful.
really cool because it shows a lot about her character and like how she's taking this information. Like, she could have ran right to the Emperor and, you know, spoiled everything and ruined it, but she's keeping the secret with Maomao. She's saying that she's kind of envious about having a real true love like that, you know. And that makes it very beautiful. It makes it very nice. They get their happy ending. There we go. No one's watching. Let's get that embrace. Like, all that hard work, all that subterfuge, you know, of pretending and all that, like, it was worth it in the end. They got them each other. Worked out. Such a pretty sky.
I wonder what sort of medicine it would make.
Ooh, a love potion.
Where's this rumored apothecary? I have a special request.
Oh, don't tell me that this random guy is gonna be like, I want her, or something like that. And then, you know, I feel like this whole experience, Kyoko is going to kind of be like, this is not what she would want, and hopefully turn that guy down. I don't know, man. We're gonna keep going and see the next one. So here we go on with episode 4.
You're serving Lady Lihua.
All right, episode 4. Here we go.
Luxurious meals. I would be embarrassed even
She's
showing
in
her
trouble.
this slop.
What in your little head made you think Lady Lihua would enjoy something like your bland soup?
Let's go back to the night the Emperor paid a visit to the Jade Pavilion.
There's no poison. Excuse me, I'll take my leave.
A moment.
That's the first time the Empress addressed me directly.
Oh, there's the Emperor?
You're famous, Apothecary. I have a request for you.
First time we're like seeing his face.
I don't like the sound of this.
Concubine Lihua is ill, and I would like you to look after her.
By look after her, what he really means is cure her. If I declined, it would be grounds for my beheading. Of course.
Yeah, you can't really say no. She's stuck. She is stuck to do whatever he wants.
Concubine.
If you're done cleaning, go make yourself scarce.
Boing, boing. Oh well, guess I'll have to cook it again. First, I have to improve Lady Lihua's diet. There's poison still in her body, and I have to find a way to
All right, so
expel
Lady
it.
Lihua, I'm saying it wrong, I think.
The best way is porridge with
she's
lots
the
of fiber,
character from
along with a
episode
diuretic
1
tea.
that lost the child that was
Don't
also
use
sick.
these or these either.
She's not
This,
fully
that,
cured yet,
and with
and
these,
she was very
and I
rude
want those
and
over there.
dismissive in episode 1.
Enough is
I didn't like
enough.
her, but at
This
the
is
same
our
time,
lady's chamber,
she
no
lost a
place for lowly
child. She
girls
kind of
like
has a
you.
right to grieve
Boing,
and just lash
boing.
out because
This is gonna
that's such a
take a
terrible
while.
thing, you know. I can't imagine.
In that
It'd be
case, let's
terrible.
try
And
this, those,
so I'm gonna hopefully see a better side of Lihua when they
How
show
many
her.
times do I have to tell you?
What's it going to
But we're
take
gonna
to
do
make
our
you
best to
understand
cure
she
her,
needs
even though
something
she
easy
probably
to
doesn't
show
like
how
Maomao
much
at
you
all.
know.
You realize she's sick? Obviously, the lady needs nutritious food, not peasant food.
There's no denying it's nutritious, but far too heavy for a sick person's weakened stomach. Why is that so hard for them to comprehend?
She's choking.
Oh no, what do we do?
Quickly, bring water.
Are you alright, Lady Lihua?
Look
God.
what you've done to our lady, lowly servant.
Your presence is only upsetting her. Take your leave
They're doing
now.
everything wrong.
Boing, boing.
Bouncing off again.
The way things are going, I won't be able to get anywhere near her.
They just don't
At
get it.
this rate, she's bound to wither and die.
Like,
That
I'm sure
happens when
Maomao is
people
going to
don't
be able
eat.
to cure her. It's just that she's got to
lost
figure
her
out how to
child.
get
She's
past
probably
these
lost the
ladies
will
in
to
waiting that are
live.
being very rude because they think they know better.
wonder how many days I have left before my head bids farewell to my neck for defying the Emperor's order.
Seems you're in a bit of a bind.
Is that the way you see it?
Well, it certainly appears so.
It was pointed out to me, guys, on my Patreon that the voice of Jinshi is the same voice who does the Wind Hashira in Demon Slayer.
If it helps, I can come inside.
Whoa!
What beautiful and talented ladies
kind of fun and interesting to hear him talk normally and not in like this angry shouting type voice.
Ignoring them.
But using his influence to help her in.
Scary how women can change so quickly.
Well, go ahead.
They are all going to be silently judging her until this lady like wakes up and feels better. And then they'll be like, wow, we were garbage to this girl.
She has the will to eat. But she's weaker than I initially thought.
She's still using that makeup?
Please forgive me. The same shade as
Wait, no,
before.
they said they got rid of it though.
The concubine's makeup. Are you the one in charge of it?
Yes, I am. Doesn't she know that's our job?
I see.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
Me? Just punishing an idiot, clearly.
Wow!
You're hurting me! Stop it!
The poison will infect your whole body after a while. On the bright side, you'll leave a beautiful corpse, just like your beloved Lady Lihua. Eyes sunken in their sockets, a body that's
My goodness. A whole new side of Maomao I never expected.
Or are you too dumb to see that?
Is this actually happening? Like, is it going to cut back to this being like her inner thoughts or something?
I thought it would make Lady Lihua happy.
Like I said, it's poison. You think you know everything, but there are no thoughts in that head of yours. You think she wants to be adored in the poison that killed her son?
Blown away that she's acting like this, that she feels like she's just able to do this, and kudos to her, man, for actually following through with it. This is her probably acting the way she wants to act most of the time.
Out and wash your face. I don't need any of this poison getting near the patient. Now clean up the floor at once.
Oh, taking charge, I love it. She just can't put up though with sabotage illness, you know, like she's made a lifestyle of trying to cure people, and to see it blatantly used against somebody, against their will. She lost it, and I loved it. I'm here for it, guys.
I found her health was worse than I thought. I had her drink tea often, which causes frequent urination and flushes poison out of the body. She slowly began to eat more, so I increased the amount of rice grains in the water. When she was able to swallow them, I added soup and ground fruit to the mixture. The lady-in-waiting who was applying the makeup was put into confinement. From what I understand, she'd hid the powder for Lady Lihua. The eunuch who was supposed to recover the powder was punished by flagellation.
Jeez. Definitely gotta, you know, dot your I's and cross your T's in this lifestyle. Like, can't make mistakes. They will come after you.
You're looking tired.
Thanks. Unlike someone, I have been busy.
Need help? With anything else, I mean. Name it. Anything at all.
Oh my.
Bring those materials over there and lend them a hand. We must hurry for Lady Lihua's sake.
A steam bath?
Apparently, sweating is good for her.
We have to use whatever we have in this life.
You saved me. I'm confused. You shouldn't have bothered and just allowed me to die.
But you could have easily refused to eat. The fact you ate the porridge tells me you want to keep living.
That is very true. I am curious how much time is passing. I would assume at least a month or two, of care to make this girl, her lady, get better. But yeah, I don't know. But Maomao's fitting right in. I'm impressed with her skills very much, and I'm enjoying these episodes of just uncovering this mystery. It's not like your typical crime mystery. It's a different type of mystery.
It was a terrible mistake and one I'll never repeat. I will take your place now. I insist you get some rest.
If you could, please fetch me some water.
Yes. Yes.
I think I was confused a little at first. Did this girl try to intentionally poison
About 2
the
months
lady?
Later, Lady Lihua
I don't think so.
enough to be able to walk the gardens by herself.
So then I was thinking, did the
She
lady
has self-respect,
tell the girl,
but isn't arrogant.
hey, make sure you apply my
After that
makeup
matter
in
with the
some
prince,
way
I
to
had
try to
imagined
kill
her as
herself
some kind
because
of
she was so
selfish
depressed
princess.
over the child's loss?
It turns out she has a personality befitting a
And
concubine.
then kind of subconsciously still eating food, not actually wanting that to happen. I don't know. You could kind of read it a few different ways, but I'm glad it all worked out in the end. Oh, it's the lady. Yeah, I really misread her after the first episode, guys. I thought she was going to be this mean character. She just
I'll be
lost
leaving
a
the Crystal
child, you
Pavilion
gotta
tomorrow morning.
take that
Fine.
into account,
I've already spoken to your ladies in waiting about your food and other things that need to be taken care of.
Am I unable to bear children?
I don't know. If you want more, perhaps you should try.
His Majesty's love for me has all but vanished.
If that's true, why did he order me to take care of you? Once I return to the Jade Pavilion, perhaps then the Emperor will be inclined to pay you a visit.
I chose to ignore the advice you gave. As a result, I allowed my child to die. Concubine Gyokyo has won.
It's not a matter of
I was
winning
going to say,
and
it's not a
losing.
win or
There are
loss
hundreds,
type of thing,
if not thousands of flowers in the world. Comparing a peony to a bellflower is pointless. Who has the right to judge which is more beautiful?
I possess neither her jade eyes nor her bright hair.
You have other assets, I've noticed. Putting aside their magnificent size, truly, what shape and tension. My lady, would you mind lending me your ear? With that,
Is she?
I should be off.
I'm just speculating. Is she basically telling her, use what you got,
I left Lady
impress
Lihua
the
with
emperor?
one
Like,
final
look at her
gift,
face is all
a
red.
secret technique taught to me by my big sisters at the brothel.
You and someone special will be glad we taught you this.
Aww.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't have the
It was
fruits
something
nearly
like
large
that.
enough to pull off the technique myself. Lady Lihua, on the other hand, will do just fine.
Whatever
It's
it
useful.
takes, though, right? Use what you got. That's what women are doing in this world.
I've returned, my lady.
Welcome back.
Afterwards, there was a period where the Emperor's visits to the Jade Pavilion decreased quite significantly.
Finally, much deserved respite from all those sleepless nights.
Maomao couldn't keep a straight face, but that's another story.
What are we burning? I feel like we're going to find out in the next episode.
It's a curse.
Oh. All right, yeah. So I don't know if that's going to be a continuing trend or not, but I'm kind of here for it. I like it. I do like that we're kind of at the very end of the episode, just getting a glimpse of the problem that's going to be happening in the next episode that Maomao is going to have to kind of uncover and figure out and deal with, and I think that's pretty cool. I kind of hope it continues like that. next time she's going to have to deal with some kind of curse or a believed curse, maybe. I don't know. I enjoyed both of these episodes a lot. And like I said, probably at least a couple times in this reaction, the females in this world they got to stick together. Like I feel like there's an unspoken understanding, and being a male, it's a little hard to shoe myself in and understand that, but at the same time, I'm trying to recognize it, and I'm trying to say, okay, the females are understanding that their place is less than in today's world. We're equals, or at least we try to be equals in this world today. But I feel like back in this time period, it wasn't like that, and we're seeing it firsthand. And so women have to kind of do what they got to do to survive, to get their way, to make ends meet, And in episode 3, the girl was intentionally fake sleepwalking and doing all this stuff and tripping and not dancing and all that kind of stuff just to be with the man that she loves. Let's see a little preview. Lots of reaction shots and sword fighting practice.
Next time, covert operations.
Ooh. Okay. Some stuff to look forward to next time. It looks like the Kyoko, pink-haired girl, and the purple-haired girl are going to meet back up. Maybe they'll be on better terms with each other, that they've gone through all this stuff. I'm blanking, of course, on her name, the purple-haired girl. We just spent a long time healing this episode. She really kind of felt like, and even up to the very end, she felt like it was like a loss for her. She felt like it was a game, and you either win or lose kind of thing. And it was Maomao basically saying, no, we're not playing games against each other. We are in this together, and we got to work together. So I really hope in the next episode, the purple-haired girl is going to kind of come in and make amends with Kyoko, the pink-haired girl, because I want to see that. That's what I hope for the next time, guys. I'm very excited to continue on. We will be back next time with more reactions of the Apothecary Diaries, so please be on the lookout. And if you haven't already, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this reaction and this episode. I do love to chat with you guys about it down in the comments. And like I said, we'll be back next time for more. Thanks again for watching. Have a great one, and we will see you next time.